Hi, my name is Carl Strömberg, and I'm the responsible for the Boomerang 3 development at ICU Scandinavia. In this web tutorial, I thought that we would go through the Boomerang 3 version, advantages and differences compared to the previous Boomerang version. So basically, the principles are the same in that regard that we help our customers and users with quality assurance and traceability by logging values. And this is mainly temperature, but not limited to that. So, what stands out as the biggest difference compared to the previous version is that the Boomerang 3 is a cloud solution. You have probably heard cloud before, but what is it really? So this means that all access and settings in the system is made with the web browser, and all storage is handled in the website. So if you have, for example, ordered flight tickets, done your banking matters, book movie tickets, all these types are kind of a cloud solution. That is that you access everything with your browser and a login, and you don't need to install any application or program or similar on your local computer. So what are the benefits of a cloud solution? The first thing you think about is that you have always access to your system. So if you have an internet connection and a laptop, mobile phone or iPad, you can access the system wherever you are. And other advantages that you may not immediately think of is that all operation, backup, maintenance, and so is handled by the cloud service. So you don't have any operating cost on the server, and you don't need to handle, like mentioned, the backup and the maintenance and so on. All this is included in the web service. And in addition to that, service and support is much faster and simpler in the cloud solution. Boomerang 3 is hosted in Sweden by our hosting partner, and it's mirrors hosting, and this means that if the main system on site A for some reason goes down, it will switch immediately to the system on site 2 with little or no downtime. Another important advantage with our cloud solution is that there is one that is responsible for the operation of the service, and that is us, ICU Scandinavia. So there is nothing that will fall between the seats between the local IT department and us, ICU Scandinavia. So if there is an issue, you call the ICU support team, and the ICU support team will fix your issue. Uh, so I thought that we would take a look at the differences and similarities between the Boomerang 2 and Boomerang 3 system. So what are the differences? Well, the B3, the Boomerang 3, is built on a completely new modern platform. So all knowledge we gain from the Boomerang 2 development, we have put into Boomerang 3. And everything is developed in a Microsoft environment, and we use the ASP.NET MVC framework. This provides a modern and standardized platform. Another difference is that all the measuring point reports to Boomerang, and this is done via a standardized so-called REST API. And this is important because new hardware becomes simpler, faster, and more stable to implement. And all the development is according to standard and best practice, so we never need to be dependent on some unique and quirky solution. And as I mentioned before, all access is done with the web browser, and it obviously supports all modern browsers. The system is also designed in so-called responsive design. And this means that even if you have a small screen, it looks good and it's useful. So you can easily use your phone, for example, to access the system. We have a cleaner and more intuitive interface, and this is something we have focused a lot on the development of the B3. And we also has this as an ongoing work included in all new development. We have also new log hardware specifically for the B3, and we have several supported languages. We have right now we have Swedish, Norwegian, English, Russian, Spanish, Japanese, and Chinese. What are the similarities then? Boomerang 3 is backwards compatible with the previous hardware to the Boomerang 2, like the S2 nodes, the BBO, the transport logo. And both system is developed according to GMP, and at the end, both systems have the same basic functionality, and that is to help our customers with quality assurance and traceability. So I thought we would take a look at the different variants there are on the B3. So we have some different options. As we know, our customers have different requirements for their operation. And the most common variant is the ICU Cloud. And that is that the user uses the standard service. This means that there is update 2 to 4 times a year. Mirror hosting and Active Directory option is standard. And this solution fits most of our customers, and it's also the most cost efficient. There is, however, for the customer who wants to validate and determine their own update intervals, we have a option for them, as we call it, private cloud solution. And the operational responsibility is still ICU Scandinavia, but the customer can decide themselves if they want a new update or when they want a new update. And maybe they want to test the new version before rollout. Finally, there is the Boomerang 3 on-premise. And this means that the system is operated locally at the customer site. And it's the customer who handles everything that is connected to the system, like the infrastructure, the system maintenance, and so on and so forth. That's the local IT department. Of course, support is included. It's supported in all the variants, but it's mainly to the local IT departments that you report malfunctions as the step one. So that was a little bit short on the Boomerang 3, the new version on the Boomerang 3. Thank you and goodbye.